Hello guys, Josh here bringing you another video, and I know that it's after Christmas, but I want to show off some of the gifts that I got, so let's get started. Now we're going to start off with the most comfortable item, which I got, which was this giant pillow here. It's Cool and Crisp Pillow by Serta, and it is going to make me super comfortable at night, because you know how you sleep on those pillows that you do not that those standard pillows that make you too hot at night, and then you have to turn over, flip the pillow over, and all that stuff. Well, this one stays cool and crispy. This is a good brand of pillows and a good brand for beds. So I do suggest this, but I mean, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do say that you should try their product because it really is good, and this thing is going to be nice on my bed and gonna really do wonders on my head and keep me cool. Let's go to the next item. So my old 2DS actually did go out. The screen is kind of messed up, so I ended up getting a new Nintendo 2DS XL, and it also came pre-installed with the Mario Kart 7. So that game is really fun, and I played it a bit. So I suggest, if you do not have the Mario Kart 7 installed with these, because most of them are for the new 2DSs that they have in the stores today. They have a purple one, they have different color ones, and they also have a Galaxy 3DS that I have not gotten. But this is really good. Game, so I would say try it out. If you haven't got the game, you should at least buy it and see if you like it. If you don't, obviously you can return it within 30 days, or if you have a payment plan, you can, I mean, not payment plan, but one of those plans for the electronic stuff, you can bring it back longer than that. But I say try out the game though. But this orange one, I've never had that one, so I decided to go with something a little different. But it's still a good DS. I have it right here. This is what it looks like on the outside, and the screen looks exactly the same as my older one. It's just that it's orange instead. So I mean, and it did come in pre-installed with the Mario Kart 7. So let's go ahead and go to the next item. So mostly, guys, I'm gonna have all these already unboxed because I wanted to try them out and see if they worked. So in case I need to take anything back, I wanted to make sure. So I got this Genesis Unlimited Portable Game Player from my grandmother. She gave me some of these game players because she knew I like video games, so she gave me these, and this is what it actually looks like on the outside. So it does look bigger on the box. I get to tell you that every time I get some of these, that they do look bigger on the box, and then outside it just looks tinier. But the buttons coordinate correctly for which game you want to play. They have a manual that that tells you the different button combinations for the different games. But I was mostly glad because this also has one of my favorite games on it, which is, I love Sonic games. So I do have play a lot of Sonic things on my channel already, and I will do more in the future. But yeah, the speakers right here on the side right here, and then but the sound is not as great as I thought it would be. But that's probably because it's on a mini console instead of usually on the main consoles, like on the actual Genesis, which it used to be. But this is pretty cool to have when you're out on the go and you just want to play a little, pick up and play a little Sonic or whatever, or a little Pac-Man. Because they have a little Pac-Man type Tetris type game on here, which is called Panic or whatever. And I've tried it out. It's actually a pretty nice game. Pac-Man comes down, and then after you match him up, the ghost, he ends up eating them all. It just depends on how you match it, and see how much of a high score you can get. But that's that one. Let's go to the next one. So this next one is the Atari Flashback Portable. So she did give me another portable game system. So we actually ended up getting this, and it has 80 built-in games. The Genesis one had 85, it had a 3.2 display, but this one has a 2.8 display, which means this one, this screen is going to be a little bit smaller. But this one, you could also save and resume games and rewind games. But I haven't figured out that feature yet, but I'm going to eventually. But I did see how to save them, but I just don't know how to rewind them and or resume the games that I've saved. But I'm pretty sure the manual will tell you that. But you have 80 games. Like I said, Frogger is one of the ones that they're promoting on here because I think in the Atari Flashback 9, Frogger is also in that one. So I'm gonna get an Atari Flashback 9 HD eventually. Along with a Genesis console, because even though I love these portable ones, this is something I just want to have on the go in case I want to play something on the go. But this is what the Atari one looks like. Okay, so this one is a little bit darker. Can't really see it as much as the other Genesis one but the D-pad's right here on the side, just like the other one. And then you have your orange buttons there, and they're coordinated in the same way as the Genesis one. Just get a side-by-side comparison. Their buttons are still 3 and 3 and 3. And depending on what game you're playing, you'll have the different ones that you will use. Some of them you won't even need them because some of them will tell you in the manual that they're not needed. Those buttons are not needed. And you have your save button at the top right there in orange right there. And the volume button is right there. It's kind of a little dark so you can't really see it, but it's right there, like in the slot right here where my finger is. You can see it, like you can move it up and down, turn the volume down, and then there's like a UBS port. I think you can see it better on the Genesis. There's like a UBS slot up here. Not UBS, but I mean like a slot where you can put your like cord in there to charge it up. It's kind of like a phone cord. You can like charge it with the UBS cord and charge it in there, and then that's your SD slot, and then that's your AV output. So you can plug these into the TV as well. And then your bottom, you have your headphone jack. So you can put these on TV, but I would advise just getting the regular Genesis Atari ones that actually look like game consoles to go on those. And speaking of game consoles, we're gonna go to our next item. So guys, the next thing I ended up getting was some new shoes. So I ended up getting some of these I don't know how to say this, man, but it's Felice or whatever. And I ended up getting some shoes for work. So I wanted to get some of these red shoes, but I haven't had some good red shoes in a while, so I wanted to get some new ones. I know they're Nike or Adidas, but I do have some Nike and Adidas shoes. It's just that these, I just wanted to get some red ones, and these were really, really cheap, and they looked good to me, so I just went up ahead and picked those up in Foot Locker. So they're brand new, so I mean, can't complain on brand new shoes. Let's go to the next item. So guys, also I ended up getting this bad boy for my grandma as well. This is the Legends Flashback with 50 built-in games, which includes some of these down here, which is 1942, Dig Dug. Everybody's seen Dig Dug before. Galaga, which is one of those long ago games, which everybody loves. That most people I've came across anyway. Mega Man is in this one as well. You can see him right there in front of the box along with Dig Dug. And you also have some Street Fighter 2 on here, which includes Ryu right here on the front, the old style classic one that we had back then. So you have all these on here. I think they're promoting each of the rest of them too. I'm not sure which each of the other ones go to, but you have Rally X, and I think that says Ghouls and Ghosts, which I'm gonna pre-assume that one of these go to that. But and they got all the Tetris, Capcom, Bandy, and Namco, because I think I don't know if there's a Pac-Man game on this, but they have all these different games on the back. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize, but they have different games on the back of the Flashback Portable. Show off too, as well, along with these ones from the Genesis on the back as well. So I might as well show those off as well, so you can get an idea of how many games are on the back of this. This is not all 85 on the back, but um, it gives you a general idea of what you'll be getting in this nicely big box package. These big box packages, and this also has a 720p display with the save game feature. The only one that doesn't have the save game feature is this Genesis portable, unlimited portable anyway. But and they have two wire controllers. You can see the wire controllers there, along with the Legion's flashback console. This looks a lot like the Genesis flashback that we have. I'm gonna show the Genesis flashback and the Atari flashback when I get the main consoles like these in these big boxes. But I think the Atari one has 130 in them, and I think the Atari Gold Flashback 9 has HD has even more than that, 135 games in it, and then the Genesis one has 135. If you get the HD Platinum of that one too, which is a 2017 edition, which I don't think they've updated that yet. But the Legions is this one's the only one I think they've made of this one like this. They don't have a gold version to this one like the other two. But that's, guys, the end of the video. I showed off some of my gifts that I've got. I don't think there was anything else, but these are pretty good for what I have, and I'm gonna play these things on my channel when I have a chance to. Currently, right now, I have my speakers over here, which is my GX speakers over here, which have a nice little setup and a GX Scorpion in front of it for GX Gaming. These are some gaming speakers. I have the thing hooked up. I wanted to make sure it was okay because these ended up getting a little bit of water on the box, so I couldn't show off the box because the box got wet. And I thought these speakers were not working, so I set it up to see if it was working, and it's working fine. This is the manual on top of here, but yeah, everything else is good and Gucci. So I'm glad you guys got to see the show off on my speakers as well, my gaming speakers that I'm having, and I'm gonna be getting my desktop computer next, along with my brand new tower and everything. And I'm gonna show that off in a different video. And then I'll show you when I plug up the speakers to it and everything. But I wanted to show these off since I already have it out already. And you saw my Christmas gifts that I got. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.